Hey guys, Madison here. Excuse my voice today. Spring allergies are here, they are kicking in, and so I sound like I've smoked for 20 years. Sorry about that. But today I'm reacting to part 3 of Lonesome Dove called The Plains. I am so looking forward to this. As you guys know who have been following along, I have really been enjoying this series a lot. And part 2 really took it next level for me. I was just fully emotionally invested. I ran the full gamut of emotions. I was laughing, I was crying, and everything in between. So I'm scared. I have been warned that it does not get any easier emotionally. So I am prepared. I am bracing. We lost a lot of characters last week, and so at this point I kind of feel like we could lose anyone at any time. The stakes feel very, very high, and we're only halfway through. So without further ado, guys, let's jump in and let's watch part 3. Giddy up. What happened to their pants?
Working naked. I guess things just went to hell after I left.
Find Laura, Gus?
Sure, I found her. I imagine she's sitting right out in front of her tent right now, looking at you.
I'm glad you're back, because I missed just listening to you.
Yeah, me too, Gus. Thank you, fellas. At least my pigs made it all right.
You cannot continue without the pigs.
What's the word on Jake?
They got mad and rode off after you left. Said he going to Fort Worth. So what are you going to do when you get up to Oglala and find out Clara's still a happily married woman, don't even remember you?
That'd break my heart, Woodrow.
Dear Peach, Roscoe Brown was killed by a bad outlaw. And so was Joe. I am going on to Oglala to look for Ellie. I do not know when I will be back.
I appreciate his dedication, I really do. I just hope he's not wasting his time.
I got Laura, you smell as fresh as the morning. What's wrong?
I feel like you don't want me no more, Gus. You ain't even asked me for a poke since then.
No, the truth is, I thought you'd want to stay clear of such doings for a while. See, that's natural.
Good morning to you, Gus. Good morning, Miss Lorena. Poe made you some breakfast. He asked me to bring it over for you. I'd best get on back to the herd.
I'd have to pass on the bugs.
Thanks for the breakfast.
Thank you for bringing it over.
Well, yes, ma'am, and thank you for...
Oh, dude. He's adorable. How can we not love him?
Wouldn't be too hard to take that bunch.
Thought we was gonna rob banks.
Oh, you ain't too old to learn something new now, are you? If you are, we can leave you right here, dead in the ground.
What are you doing back there, Spoon? Fighting's up here.
They got Frog Lip.
Frog, you hit?
I am.
Go on, gather up them horses.
Jake just keeps getting himself into bigger and bigger.
They found him up the trail several miles, been shot twice.
Still alive?
Just barely.
What'd he say?
Said horse thieves.
He's gonna track him. I'm gonna have to go too, Laurie.
Well, I'm gonna go with you. I can keep up.
Oh, you'll be perfectly safe with the wagon.
Gus.
Nope, I can't let a horse thief off, particularly one that's killed the boss.
Doesn't want to be without Gus. He's her protector.
P, you and Nate go look in them bushes yonder. It went yonder way. How many way up again?
4.
The odds are in our favor. So what are you looking so down about?
Mr. Jake. He one of them. I seen his horse's track.
They might have stole Jake's horse.
No, sir. I know the track his horse make when he riding it.
Oh, what is it?
It's Oddbusters. Oddbusters. Didn't I tell you?
You boys wait here. You two, Spoon.
Why are you going to mess with that poor guy? I mean, you just stole a bunch of horses.
Dan hates sodbusters.
Oh. Damn.
What you gonna do about it, Jake? Nothing?
You shot those two men for a watch.
Shot him. Now I'm gonna hang him.
Hang him? Dan, you beat all. No, I ain't no part of this.
The hell you ain't.
I brought some food for you.
Well, I'm not hungry. I'll just wait till Gus gets back. I don't want nobody looking after me but Gus.
Well, it was Gus that told me.
I'm telling you, I like him. I like him.
What are you doing?
I guess I'm looking after you like Gus said.
Just play the long game, man. Just keep your distance. She needs space.
Newt, you all right? Gus, Jake couldn't have had nothing to do with this.
Jake's always just kind of drifted, Newt. See? Any wind can blow him.
Sit still, boys. Oh, you damn fire! We're horse traders!
Well, hello, Gus.
Damn if we will. Didn't you hear me? I said we was horse traders.
We're more persuaded by the bodies we just buried.
Oh, you don't need to tell me I'm new. Hell, I didn't kill anybody. I just fell in with these boys to get through the territory. Hell, I was gonna leave them first chance I got. Well, Pete, you know me. I ain't no killer. Deets, you know it too.
I don't want to hear your whining, Jake. Yeah,
Gus,
you
I ain't no
are.
criminal.
You were there, Jake. You let it happen. You were complicit. Whoa, this... I did not know they were going to do this.
Else you would have fought me fair.
Say goodbye to your brothers.
I'm sorry, it's us got to do this, Jake. I wish it had fallen to somebody else.
Good grief. When I said anyone could die,
I swear.
I did not see that coming that way.
Are we in Nebraska yet?
Yes. Won't you get on down and rest a while? Well, you missed Ogallala by about 20 miles. But you're welcome to stay the night here if you'd like. You can get on to town easily in the morning. Go on, girls, hurry up. This woman's gonna have a baby.
A baby? What?
I didn't realize she was having the baby that soon. I bet I guess a good bit of time has passed. Months and months have passed.
It's a miracle you got here on time. If she'd have had this baby out on the plains, I doubt either one of them would have lived. You got a fine baby boy here. And a hungry one, too.
She doesn't seem too happy about that.
Sally, you go on and boil some milk. Betsy, you help her.
She is something. She sends away Joe, and then she abandons the newborn. She beats all.
D. Boot. She's looking for him. You know D. Boot? I don't know him. I know where he is. He's right over in that jailhouse.
It's me, T. Ellie. Hang you. Why, D? What for?
I killed a boy.
Oh my gosh. Poor July. He's going all this way and she just doesn't give a crap about him. Oh, wow. It's painful, guys. It's painful.
We have another visitor, Senora.
I'm July Johnson. I come from Arkansas.
Well, come on in.
Have your baby here that she left.
Mr. Johnson, are you looking for your wife by any chance? Your wife stopped here a couple of weeks ago in the company of 2 buffalo hunters. She had this baby and he left the same night.
Why is that man crying?
Shh. I guess he's been looking for his wife a long, long time. I don't believe that woman wants you or this child, either one. She left here to go find a fella the name of D. Boot in Ogallala. I like young things, Mr. Johnson. I'm getting real attached to young Martin here. I know he ain't mine, but he ain't your wife's anymore. Do you want him?
Been so long since I've done anything right. Can't even remember it.
I'll date young Martin here if you don't want him. But if you do want him, I wish you'd go right on and take him before I get too attached.
Guys.
Them boys getting all worked up thinking about whores in Ogallala.
What are you gonna do when you go see her? Leave me in the tent?
I'm gonna take you along and introduce you properly.
She'll know what I am.
Yes. She'll recognize right off you're a fine human being. Now, you don't duck your head to nobody. Not to Clara, not to me.
Gus, I'm afraid I'm gonna lose you. I'm afraid you're gonna marry her.
Clara had 2 or 3 chances to marry me. And she didn't take them.
She'd like to marry her, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
I can tell some fortunes.
How many more times am I likely to marry?
All right. You spit in the wagon.
No more work for you.
That was ominous.
The doctor said you're strong enough to talk. You don't have to talk, though, if you don't want to. Joe got killed. Him and Roscoe and a girl.
I mean, just no reaction. No reaction.
That baby is fine, Ellie.
I only got to see him for a minute, and then I fainted. And when I woke up, they'd already hanged him.
That's what she's crying about.
You just rest now. I'll look in on you again in the morning.
Why did you ever marry this man and move away with him if you were in love with Dee the whole time? Why break poor July's heart? I just... And this poor man. This man loves her too.
Hey, good morning. Come see Ellie.
She's gone.
She's gone.
They left last night, her and that big fella.
July, please, I beg you, just let the woman go. She doesn't give a darn about you. You deserve better. Let the woman go.
He's sick, or...
No. I guess he's just punishing you for ignoring him all this time. Here, Mr. Johnson. Meet your son. Yeah. That's a good sign. I guess you'd at least catch him if somebody threw him off a roof.
What the heck? What, did they just get killed by Indians on the way to Missouri? Y'all. Oh my gosh. People give shows like Game of Thrones all the credit for, you know, just casually killing off everybody, but Lonesome Dove was doing it first. Oh my gosh.
You look just like a preacher in that frock coat.
Looking good, Gus. Looking stylish.
Combs, brushes, and a hand mirror. Women like to see what they look like. Ain't that right, Woodrow?
I guess you're the one that know about that.
Dish, we're looking for some whores, but we really don't know where to look. Oh, you see that saloon yonder?
I'm Captain Weaver. This is Dixon, our scout. We're looking for fresh horses. I'll take him and any others you got.
He's not for sale.
I ain't asking. I'm telling you. You defy the U.S. Army. That's treason. You cowboys can be hung for treason.
I'll teach you to sass me, cowboy.
You pieces of trash.
I said, give me that horse.
No, sir.
Damn you.
No, sir.
Sam, give me that horse.
No, sir.
Give it to me.
Horse ain't for sale.
Give me the horse. Give it to me. I said, give it to me.
He's killing him, Gus.
Get him, Woodrow.
Me! Woodrow, it's me! It's me, Augustus! Damn it, Woodrow! Look at me now!
You hurt? No, sir. He just quirted me a little bit. And you wouldn't let him take Dish's horse.
I hate rude behavior in a man. Won't tolerate it.
Great line. Great delivery.
I never seen the captain so riled before, Gus. He was likely to kill that man.
Well, why wouldn't he? Him beating you like that. His own son.
His own son. Hey, gents, welcome. That's us. Howdy, ma'am.
What is it, Bob?
Troop of young fellers, best I can see. Hey, Jimmy, where you going?
Not me. I ain't going in there.
Come on, cowboy. Skin them pants off. We ain't got all day.
Somebody's coming.
You work hard?
Yeah.
Wait,
Mama
is
work
she
hard?
Claire?
Well, pretty as ever.
I'm an idiot. How did I just now realize that?
Mom.
Oh, and that there's Newt.
Howdy, man.
You're that sheriff from Arkansas, ain't you? Want to come looking for Jake Spook?
Well, seems like a long time ago now. Guess I'm not looking for him anymore.
You'll have to forgive us, Miss Wood. Gus and I were sweethearts once. I know, Gus told me. I lost my 3 boys, Gus. I needed a friend.
Well, you was married, Claire. I didn't think it proper.
I like your young girl. What was she doing in Lonesome Dove?
Doing what you could, but don't hold it against her.
Oh, I don't judge women that harsh.
Newt's a fine boy, really is.
Does he know Captain Call's his father?
Yeah. I told him just the other day. I wish I had come, Clara. I wish I'd have come a long time ago. I really do.
Man, I like them together, but she's still got her husband.
Got no business taking her up here.
Watch Woodrow when she names her prize.
Oh,
Thank you.
I love her.
I do
She's
believe
so
you'd
great.
adopt the whole bunch if you could.
Why'd she give you that horse?
Well, I don't know. She just did.
She wouldn't give a nickel on these, turn around and gives you one for free. That don't make no sense at all. Women.
So why'd you come here with Carl?
Truth is,
You were my dream, Gus. All these years you've been my dream. She loves you. Don't you know it would destroy her if you were to stay here with me? I'm sorry. It was just her beauty that set me off.
well, pretty ain't everything. Hey, you're still pretty, Clara.
I haven't got enough respect for men. I've met very few who are honest, Gus. You ain't one of them. Miss Wood, I wish you'd stay here. Montana's no place for a lady. Lady. Good, that's settled then. Come on, girls. Let's go fix Miss Wood's room. Well, there's none like you, Gus.
Well, ladies, I reckon it's time to be going.
Why does this feel like the last time he's gonna see them?
What we doing way up here, Mr. Gus? This ain't our country.
Woodrow set on being the first man to graze cattle in Montana. And there ain't no changing his mind about that.
Captain, wake up. We're here.
Finally made it to Montana.
Let's go, Gus. We got some horse thieves to track down.
I got him just when I was getting comfortable.
You sure this is worth it for 12 horses?
Well, we can't start putting up with horse theft. You know that.
You're starving, Captain. They done cut up one horse already.
I got you mean. They stole our horses for meat.
They're real poor.
Hell, they're just having a picnic. We had one ourselves the other day without nobody shooting at us.
I ain't gonna shoot them. Just gonna scare them off so we can get our horses back.
Poor little boy's blind. He can't see nothing.
Deets, don't Deets.
Set that baby down! They think you're trying to steal it! Here, take him. I just helping him.
No.
Easy. You just rest a minute, Deets. Easy.
I guess it's our fault. We should have shot sooner.
Anyway.
Not happy, guys. Guys, by the time we get through the 4th episode, nobody's gonna be left. they're all dying. I know I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's just like, oh, so many of my faves are dying. I've loved Deets since the beginning. I love Danny Glover. He did such a great job, and I'm sad. He was probably just the most decent man of the entire bunch, and he deserved better. He died doing a good thing, trying to be helpful. So who did we lose in this episode? We lost Jake first. We lost Ellie. We lost Deets. I mean, that one hurt. That one hurt real bad. Whew. Again, like, I get to the end of one of these every time and I'm just like, where do I even begin? Because there's so much to talk about. This show is so dense and the characters are so layered. Every single one of them is so layered that I'm just like, I catch myself and I'm like, man, I hope people are entertained by this reaction because I feel like I'm just sitting here watching and I'm so engrossed that I'm not saying much because I'm just trying to like, I'm hanging on every word of dialogue. I'm just admiring everything about this show and this story. And I always catch myself and I'm like, oh, I need to say something. Like, I need to let people know what I'm thinking because if I don't say anything, they don't know. I'm just sitting here staring and because there's so much going through my head and I'm processing. I feel like I would have to watch this whole show at least twice to fully process and appreciate everything and to see it the whole way through, like knowing what's coming, knowing how characters' arcs conclude. I mean, number one, like, Gus is very fascinating to me. He is so layered and complex, and I really think he's a wanderer at heart, him and Woodrow both. That's why they have to do this one more journey, this one more trip up to Montana. They just want to see wild country again. They don't want to settle and become just part of civilization. This civilization that's spreading across the country. They want the wild, they want the frontier of the old days, and they see things changing and they're not wanting to adjust to that. And it was really beautiful and really sad seeing that interaction with Gus and Clara, like how much they loved each other, how much they still love each other, but it's like bad timing, things didn't work out, like it probably could have worked out, but she knew he would never settle down, and he knew he didn't want to settle down and just have the white picket fence and the house and the kids and all that. It was like he'd get bored and restless, and he needed to be on the move. And it didn't work out. So that was kind of like seeing what could have been if he had stuck with her and if things had worked out there. And then it's just really complex throwing in Lori too, because I think she really loves and cares about Gus, but it's not like the love between Clara and Gus, like that real, just like romantic soulmate kind of bond. I feel like Lori has kind of latched onto Gus as her protector, almost like because of the age difference, like a father figure protector kind of thing. And she feels really safe and secure with him. I think she admires and respects him, thinks he's a good man. But I don't think it's really romantic love there. It's just more of a fondness that she has for him. I'm kind of wondering now, like, that she's staying there with Clara, and July is working there kind of as her cowboy ranch hand. I'm wondering if something's going to happen between July Johnson and Lori, because that could be a thing, because July, I feel so bad for him, because he really loved Ellie and was going to move heaven and earth for her, and she just did not give a darn about him. All she wanted was deboot. And so now that he doesn't have a wife, maybe him and Lori, I don't know, guys. I always have to ship people. I see potential and I start shipping. It's the romantic in me. But I am really seeing there is very much so a theme of unrequited love in this show. We saw it a little bit with Lori and Jake, because Lori just immediately got attached to Jake and was willing to go with him to, San Francisco, and she was going to be, I think she was going to be very loyal to him and was happy to be with him. I think she had feelings for him for sure, and he just did. She was just another girl. I mean, when he was about to hang and he just said, "Who?" I was like, how has he literally just completely forgotten her? I mean, she was just another fling to him, another girl. And so it's a little bit of that there, where she's looking for someone to love and be loyal to, and he just, she wasn't important to him. And then with July and Ellie, completely unrequited love there. I think July really did love her and care about her and was going to be a good husband to her. She didn't care, didn't want nothing to do with him or her kids. So that was just really heart-wrenching and heartbreaking to watch. There's kind of a hanging theme there, hanging thread with like Woodrow and Maggie, the woman who died years ago, or was it a year ago? I can't remember, but there's that there where she loved him, and I definitely think he loved her, but he wasn't willing to, again, settle down with her. He would never even say her name, really treat her like a person. It was like, she's a horse, and I guess it's like, well, horses have hearts too, and it was just all of these messed up relationships should have been unrequited love, or they did, but they didn't, and it's just all these, like, looking back on mistakes and regrets in life, and should have done this, could have done that. A lot of really heavy themes. Like, I mean, Gus and Woodrow being, getting along in years, they're getting old, and they're kind of looking back on life and I think they're trying to relive the glory days, and they're wrestling with getting older and the mistakes they've made. And, you know, Ghost goes back to Clara, and it's like he wants it, but he doesn't want it. And, you know, he went there saying he wanted to marry her, and then he's like, no, I don't, you know, and it's just, what do I want? What am I doing? And then we even, like, continuing the unrequited love thing, we even had that with I never even learned the guy's name. The guy that was protecting Ellie, there were the two guys traveling with Ellie on the wagon. The guy who was protecting her, always like had his eye on her, wanted to marry her. He loved her. I really think he did. And again, she was just using him to get from point A to point B. She didn't care about him. It was all about D-Boot. So just really that theme of unrequited love with Lori and Dish. Like, Dish definitely has a thing for Lori. He has the whole time. I don't know if it's real love or if it's just kind of an infatuation. We'll see. But she has never really had a thing for him. So you just see it. You see the theme and the connections throughout the story with multiple characters, multiple pairings, and it's really just, it grips your heart to see. I don't know, most movies, most series, you have your pairings and it's like, these people love each other, they will move heaven and earth to be with each other. And unrequited is not as much of a thing. Like, it feels almost abnormal for me to be watching this series where it's like there is more unrequited love and the loves that cannot be than loves that are, if that makes sense. And it really just enhances the bittersweet, tragic vibe of this whole story. It's really unique. This whole thing is just very epic in scope. So many characters, so many plot threads, and this epic journey they're going on. It's not quite like any other Western that I have seen. And I really understand now, I'm not even on part 4 yet, but I completely understand why so many people have said this is their favorite Western, as in like their favorite series or their favorite Western novel. I can totally see why that is. I am very impressed. Every time I watch an episode of this show, I feel like I'm getting so much. I am getting fed. You know, like, like you go to a really nice restaurant and you get this amazing meal, right? And it's like top tier. And then you go to like a fast food chain, or you go to McDonald's. Sorry. I'm sorry if you love McDonald's. McDonald's is my, like, I avoid it at all costs. I'll do fast food, but McDonald's is at the bottom of my fast food list, okay? It's like you have the most amazing food ever, the most amazing meal, and then you go to McDonald's. Like, that's how it feels with Lonesome Dove being the amazing, like, best meal you've ever had, and then you go to so many of the shows and movies today are like McDonald's to me. I go and I watch them and I'm like, what was the theme? What was this trying to tell me? I didn't see anything of substance. It was just like trying to make quips and jokes and, you know, CGI fest, you know, trying to amaze my eyes, but even that doesn't look that good because there's no practical effects. It just, so much of today's writing and storytelling feels really hollow to me. And so it is really refreshing to watch and see things that have real substance to them and real thought and intention and care. It's just so refreshing. It's so refreshing. I just am thoroughly enjoying this, if you cannot tell. And we need more of that today. We need more stories like this, and just the authenticity and the characters, and just the care and the depth of thought. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it, and I cannot wait to watch part 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you want to see the full-length version of this reaction, it's on my Patreon, link in the description below. I am both extremely excited and extremely sad about watching part 4 next week, because I'm like, it's the last one. It's gonna be over and I'm not gonna have any more Lonesome Dove. I know I have been informed that there are like prequels and sequels, but it's like a different casting for the characters and it's not quite as good as Lonesome Dove. Some people disagree. Some people think the sequels and prequels are all really, really good, and then others are like it's not as good as Lonesome Dove. I don't know. When I hear about different actors playing these characters, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to see different actors playing them. I don't know. I might change my mind. But yeah, I just really, again, bittersweet. Probably like the ending of this is going to be. It's going to be very bittersweet watching next week, and I'm sure there will be lots of tears. But anyway, guys, thanks again so much for watching. I'm sorry that I am snotty and my voice is really hoarse and all of that. Spring hits me hard. Allergies hit me really hard at this time of year, so I'm sorry about that. I hope that wasn't too distracting for you. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next week for part 4. Bye, guys.